told you I prefer to pick the bear. And I said I'm a firm believer if you can't make it out alive by yourself, then you don't deserve to make it out alive.
All right, great. Can you tell me how you make a fire in the woods?
I'm good.
Hold on, you're triggered over the making fire conversation?
I do not feel like having this conversation right now.
It's kind of funny to me that, I mean, you were so into the conversation 5 seconds ago, and then suddenly I don't want to answer any questions. Very strange.
I don't feel like answering this question.
You can't answer the question, right?
No, because I already answered it.
But you would be one of the ones who got out of the woods, right?
Yes. No, I would die.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't you feel like answering the question?
I just answered the question.
You didn't answer. You just
said friction creates heat. He creates fire.
Yeah, but he was.
Well, no. That's just an oversimplification. Walk me through how you would do it.
I'm good.
Just take the L and say you don't know.
Okay, fine. I don't know.
Imagine being stuck alone in the woods, and then you see a helicopter, a rescue team full of men, but you say, nah, I'm gonna wait for the bear. She basically said she deserves to die.
Excuse me, what?
Family fit check. Status pepper mayo is Windsor. The top is from Tiger Mist. Dress is pepper mayo.
TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx.
You always say TJ Maxx.
Dad only shoots out gold. Unca Snow Bunny Factory. Bros out here building a dynasty. Mom and Dad's got the secret recipe. Pop's jeans need to be studied. Daddy's on a hot streak like Steph Curry. Someone put Dad on Mount Rushmore. Fantastic, give me 14 more. Keep Dad on production. The man's a machine. Superior genes, his legacy's pristine. Sir, I'd like to marry your daughter. Which one doesn't matter, they're all sought after.
Dad knows Victoria's Secret. Bro just gave birth to an OnlyFans empire. Doublers. So 99 is the limit? You know, this is good stuff. Only if we did this in the West. Because unfortunately, in America, we are encouraging it.
Meanwhile.
So just want to again recognize and honor the sex worker community. I will continue to support and be an ally. All of the incredible people, the women that I've had the privilege of meeting from that community has been one of the highlights of this entire incredible experience.
This is why you shouldn't look up to celebrities. Some of them are so out of touch with reality. We need to bring back shame.
Would you rather date a liberal or an illegal immigrant?
An illegal immigrant.
Why?
Because at least I know that they're women.
Meanwhile.
Yo, killing me with this.
Some panning?
Okay.
Wow, you have 3 coconuts. 1, 2, 3.
What the heck? Is that John Kramer from Saw?
He needs some milk.
Would you rather date an illegal immigrant or a liberal?
Oh my gosh. That is like the worst question ever. I don't know. Like, probably. Oh my gosh. I would say I would say an illegal immigrant.
Easy. An illegal immigrant. After marriage, there will no longer be an illegal immigrant. But a liberal will always be a liberal. Because ladies, can you imagine dating a disciple of the soil like this?
You have the most toxic feminine energy. That's so crazy. The way you speak.
It's because I'm smart. It's because I have logic.
No.
Which
First
are
of all,
all
here,
things.
let me.
Let's have a higher IQ on average
because
than
I
men.
need to go
Makes sense. Women get better.
I actually have
Women get better grades in school than men, so it makes sense.
Why does he give you the feminine energy?
Yes, it's very simple. I speak to people I disagree with all the time. I work with them. It's fine, especially when they're men, especially men in my own industry. I've never had any of them, no matter how hard we disagree, ever speak like this. It's because you're young, you're clearly very emotional, but it comes from a place of very feminine energy that's very weak.
Okay, I have a question.
And by the way, your energy is exactly why Trump won. The fact that you sit here and tell me over and over and over how dumb I am, how stupid I am.
Because
I didn't go to college because I couldn't afford it, which is actually such a ironic.
She raises a pretty good point.
No, absolutely she doesn't.
But the way you speak to me as a woman, take all politics aside, is such a feminine, weak, disgusting thing. You should be ashamed, and if you have a father, he should be ashamed of who he raised.
Dean proves her point every time he talks over her. This dude 100% gets pegged. Like, you just can't trust a guy who favors Kamala Harris.
Without saying a bad thing about Trump, why should anyone out there vote for Kamala?
Great question. I think that Kamala Harris is a better candidate compared to Donald Trump for two main categorical reasons: policy and character.
Every time I see a grown-ass man who voted for Kamala Harris, I just know for a fact he likes to eat a Snicker bars upside down so he can taste the veiny part on his tongue. Every time I see a dude who voted for Kamala Harris, I just know for a fact he loves to participate in the Diddy Olympics. Take a look.
I don't think I've ever heard of That's one way to call your wife. Oh my goodness. God, this is obscene. The National Stag, yeah, it's a stag party, all right.
What does every girl want?
Money, of course. Money.
Money. Money, 100%.
What does every man really want?
I think every man they want a good woman. They can make their wife. They could be a good husband too. They could start a family with. Have kids. And they could be a proud.
Now, if we conduct a CSI, a cheek-slaying investigation, now to translate this in the language of the woman needs, money equal security. Security equal don't need a man. Don't need a man equal I'm a strong, independent woman. Strong, independent woman equals living with cat. Living with cat equals depression. Depression equals where are all the good men?
Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait. Well, don't tell me the reasons for it. Do women make less than men for doing the same work?
No, because...
Wow.
Well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible professions.
Listen, this is not a math is hard
No. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Well,
women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making.
But that's not true. If so,
let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%, and be hugely profitable. And I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about it. I really do.
That's for example, condescending.
Don't tell me the reasons. Your problem started there. He's not being condescending, Rachel. He's just not letting you spread your BS and your lies. She's fighting sexism by being overly emotional, bad at math, logic, and statistics.
I have gender skin color dysphoria.
Yep.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a black man's body. I'm 6 months pregnant and I love my husband, but the LGBTQ community won't accept me.
Woke reporter called out Donald Trump for not hiring enough black and LGBTQ people, but his new press secretary stepped in with a savage comeback.
People should not be hired based on their disabilities, based on their skin color, their gender, their race. None of that matters. What matters to this president and this administration is how well you can do your job, and the American people agree with that sentiment. So it's about competence, skill, and merit. And so the president is focused on ensuring that the most competent individuals, the best and the brightest in this country, are in positions, especially when it comes to public safety. Can't overemphasize the importance of those jobs. Sure.
we need to cancel that disciple of the soy's press pass. We're tired of stupid questions from stupid people.
This lady rejected him because he was too flashy, and his response left the whole room speechless.
Castro, 34. Yeah.
Why did we end up popping his?
Too flashy. I'm not a flashy person. You know, if you make money, that's fine and all. I just wouldn't want other people to know.
Thank you. I mean, as a man, you know, my job is to provide and protect, you know. So even though if a man's flashy, but can he make sure we okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless whether is he flashy or not, whatever he has. So we can't drive a flashy car, nice car, because we got to worry about somebody trying to take something because they don't have it. But the thing is, can he protect you? Can he protect you when you in these streets, when we's being flashy? Because regardless, you gonna spend money wherever you go. So we got to look at we at the lowest of the totem pole because we scared what somebody else think. No, I think not. I'm gonna show out wherever I go.
Yeah,
that's all. You showing out. You got that ass out, them titties out.
Thank you.
Lord.
Okay, so shit, why I can't have my chains out? You got ass and titties out.
Yeah.
She is not flashy, but is flashing everything. Flashing while saying you don't like flashy is absolute diabolical work. Maybe this is why our brothers are moving away from chocolate and gravitating towards the snow bunnies. Take a look.
The Black Kings get divorced, and then what happens? They're like, F it. We're moving on. Snow bunnies are gonna clean me right out. So the snow bunnies get on top of things and they mix and they have this beautiful baby, and the process continues. So I do find that Black Kings often go to Black Queens first, and then they're like, snow bunny time. They'll either divorce them, dump them, and then move on. Swiftly move on. And they'll feel all cleansed, you know? Right. Anyway, on that note, do you like my nails? They're very Christmassy. It's almost Christmas. Divorce season's round the corner, which means snow bunnies warm in January. Yes.
If I'm ever talking to a nigga and he be like, what do you bring to the table? I will slam him through that bitch.
There's this wise saying that goes, what offends you reveals you. Now, when a girl gets mad when you ask this question, this means she brings absolutely nothing to the table but a headache, a hole in your wallet, and a smelly fish hole.
And you have the audacity to even ask for a man that's gonna pay all of your bills for what? You obviously won't even bring that man peace, let alone some value.
I mean,
you sound like a walking problem.
They got coochie, Sarah.
And you look at this point, if he's paying all her bills, he could get that from a prostitute that looks better, sounds better, and treats him better. What does he need her for? And this is the problem. This is my problem with modern day women. You're so entitled with nothing to offer.
Do you have a problem with independent women, Mr. Senator?
Just in case you didn't know, and I think you do know, I think you've watched a good amount of my content. The monikers, the saint and the sinner. And for sure, people call me the saint. You could also call me Marquette Burton. Passive aggressive is not something that I respect because I'm a masculine man. I'm aggressive, which is to say, if you want to come for me, be aggressive, be straightforward, and I will crush you. You see?
Okay, so we're gonna have. Are we gonna have a legit?
You're carrying on with the interruptions. You'll notice when you're speaking, I'm not interrupting you. I'm listening to you, and this is why you have to learn from me. The male is the natural leader. You're behaving as a child does, which is a pity that you would even have a child while behaving like a child.
I never thought it was possible to use that tone to absolutely crucify and destroy a person. Legends have say that this feminist bumbleclut is still thinking for a comeback till this day. You see, no man wants a strong, independent woman. Us men, we want a woman like this.
Do you prefer a stay-at-home wife or a woman that gets her own bread?
Heidi.
Hi. How you doing?
23 years.
Okay, so my question was, does he prefer a stay-at-home wife or a woman that gets her own bread?
Stay home.
Stay at home.
These are my 4 kids.
Well, the reason is because masculinity has to be earned and femininity has to be protected and preserved. And if you got a woman that's out working, trying to find her own bread, you better make sure you're a lot better.
Bro, you're weak as fuck.
not gonna lie, that technique on that uppercut was absolute first class. Before the punch, he was a victim. After the punch, he is a legend and a damn hero.
If you hit a man, like you full on as hard as you can, do you think that he should be allowed to hit you back?
I think that men should not hit women. Yeah, even if a girl hits you as hard as they can.
What about, is it wrong for the girl?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. He's expected to control his rage and his emotions and his but the woman, she just got mad and hit him.
Okay, if you think about it, right? Like, I think that's one of the questions on the questionnaire. Like, are men physically stronger than women?
Wait, have you ever hit somebody?
Yeah, I have.
Like a guy?
Yeah.
And did he hit you first?
No.
That's a position of privilege, right? I don't really understand why they have it. If you want equality and egalitarianism, the idea here is going to be based around the fact that chivalry is gone. We are now equals. So if a man hits you in the face and you can punch them back, why is it if a woman punches you in the face, you can't punch her back? That actually doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying is that men are physically stronger than women. Like, for example,
but
like
men are physically stronger than other men. So if a man who is less strong than me punches me in the face and I punch him back, I'm still punching somebody weaker than me in the face. Why is it not socially acceptable to punch a woman who's weaker? That makes no sense.
I can be an abuser and my victim should not be able to fight back. No, sweetheart. Equal rights, equal fights. Anytime you are assaulted by someone, you have the right to defend yourself. Point blank, period.
Ah! You slapped me, you monkey!
Marry me.
So would you say he's a good businessman?
Yeah, I mean, he's a multi-billionaire.
What about his multiple businesses that have went into bankruptcy?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to fail sometimes when you do businesses. But
10 times?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's 78 years old. I mean, how many billions have you made?
You know, he was also born into it.
Well, he was not born a billionaire. He was given a couple $1 million, but turning a couple $1 million into $6 billion is like the greatest ROI in the history. And by the way, not only that, he helped redefine the Plaza Hotel, the Grand Hyatt, the Trump Hotel, the Trump Doral. I mean, some of the greatest properties you could imagine. It's a pretty impressive business record, I would say. But that doesn't matter. Was he a good president? Of course he was.
Okay. So another thing that also is kind of like skewing my vote. So everyone keeps telling me, oh my God, like everything he's saying is being taken out of context.
She's voting how her friends are voting. And she's afraid to be alone. She's just a regurgitator. She obviously can't think for herself. And they simply just don't understand that corporate bankruptcy is not the same as personal bankruptcy.
Trump is so senile that he believes tariffing all of our allies is somehow good economic policy.
Well, maybe you're wrong.
How am I wrong? He said that.
If you look at his success, not only as a businessman and as a president,
he's not successful. His businesses go bankrupt. All of his businesses go bankrupt. This dude dodges the draft.
If you got any common sense or you know anything about business, when you have a business and it's going under or it's not profiting, you can use bankruptcy as an outlet. Every businessman does that. If the man was just going bankrupt, he didn't have no money, how would they be able to sue him and ask for hundreds of millions of dollars? If the man had no money, how he got a jet? How does he have Trump Tower in 3 or 4 cities? If the man got money, you're foolish. He has money, he has an economic plan. If he truly was a bad businessman, he would have been terrible as a president. He wouldn't even be able to be on the ballot today.
We Asians do not claim him as our own. We pass him on to the transsexual and the LGBT community. This is a great example of what brainwashing does to the young, stupid mind. Like, they don't understand that failure is a part of being successful. You need to take L's before you win. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.